Alright, here we are for the final leg of our Rivals of Ixalan common and uncommon set review here on YouTube. We're going to be doing artifacts, lands, and the multicolored cards. Starting off with Gleaming Barrier, 2 mana for an 0/4 wall with Defender. When it dies, you create a colorless treasure artifact token. Ooh boy, Dirtle is alive and well. So if multicolor control decks are good, this is the card that's going to really allow it to shine. It still doesn't really solve the problem of flyers wrecking this deck, but I think this card is solid. I'm going to give it a solid C. I think this card's going to be nice, and I think it's not going to be snapped up by a lot of decks. So I'm going to give Gleaming Barrier a C. Orazka Relic is 3 mana. It has Ascend. It taps for a generic mana, and if you have the City's Blessing, you can sacrifice it to gain 3 life and draw a card. This card does not seem good to me. I do not like this card. Yeah, if Gleaming Barrier had reach, that would be crazy, crazy good. Right, it doesn't solve a lot of it. I'm not saying Gleaming Barrier is like great. I'm not giving it a huge grade. I think Gleaming Barrier is fine, and it still doesn't deal with like a lot of the problems that the Dirtle decks in Ixalan had a problem dealing with, but I still think it's fine. Yeah, this doesn't like help fix. It ramps a little bit, but not better than like anything else we've seen. I think this is bad. I think I'm just gonna give this like a D-. Strider Harness. Oh, I remember this card. 3 mana. Equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has haste. Equip 1. This is probably going to be... So this was originally printed in... Oh god, was it Innistrad? No, it was Scars of Mirrodin. I think this is going to be better than we think. I don't think that Strider Harness is Pirate's Cutlass level by any stretch. The equip cost is very cheap, and being able to give all your subsequent creatures haste, I think, is good. Oh wait, is this equip reminder text? Does that mean that this is not in the format, that this is a dual decks card or whatever? Can someone check on that? Alright, I'm going to give it a grade of, I think a C. Because I think in aggressive decks you're going to want at least one of these. It's in the set? Okay. And Traveler's Amulet, oh baby. Artifact, 1 mana, and then 1 mana sack, search your library for a basic land, put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. This is like fine. I know Evolving Wilds is also in the format, so this is like less, is not super necessary, but makes splashing super possible, which is nice. And I'm going to be running this a lot. It's nice, like deck thinning also. I think we probably just give this a C-. Yeah, I mean, so you're probably not playing this on turn 3. You're playing this on turn 4 and equipping to something, or maybe you don't have a creature to play. You can run this out and then play it on turn 3, and then your next creature that you play that you were going to play on turn 3, you play on turn 4, and now it has +1/+1 and haste. I think this card is going to be good. And now every subsequent creature you play has haste. We'll see. This could be worse than I think, but I think this is a solid C. Alright, I believe there are no uncommon colorless cards. So we'll go on to the lands at common. So we just have Evolving Wilds. I believe Cinder Barrens is in the dual deck. So Evolving Wilds is great. Oh. Wait, why are these all here? Wait, are these at common or uncommon? They're all uncommon, right? Okay. Evolving Wilds is like not necessary if you're a 2 color deck. If you're splashing for something, it's great. Having Evolving Wilds and Amulet at common really enables a lot of splashing around for stuff, which is nice. If we think back to Hour of Devastation, Traveler's Amulet was in that set, and then Evolving Wilds was in Amonkhet, I believe. So you had options for colorless fixing, which is really, really sweet. I think this is still probably just the same as Amulet. I'm going to give it a C-. Like, you don't need to take it super highly sometimes. And you don't really need it if you're a 2-color deck, but if you're splashing around, you're going to want it. Now we have a cycle of enemy-colored dual lands that enter the battlefield tapped, which is pretty nice. They're not generally in, like, you've got Vampire Tribe and Merfolk Tribe, and then a Pirate Tribe, and then sort of like nothing / aggro. Because it does seem like it's sort of an extension of Ixalan. That's what I think the decks are going to look like. I think these are going to be like good if you want to play both colors or splash, and not really necessary otherwise. So I would give the dual lands a C probably, like if you want them. Yeah, red-white aggro. It wasn't really a dino deck. It was an aggro deck in my opinion. Alright, multicolor time. Any commons? No commons. Only uncommons. Alright, here we go. Atsakan Seer. 1 green-white for a 2/3 human druid. Taps for any mana. Taps for any color of mana to your mana pool, and you can sack it to return target dino card from your graveyard to your hand. Seems fine. 3 mana 2/3 is fine. Fixes it, ramps. Can return a bomb if you need it, or a big boy from your graveyard to your hand. I think this all adds up to a lot of good stuff. I think this is a B-. There's a lot of things to like about this card. Eye Brawler. This is a card I'm very excited about. This is 2 blue-black for a 2/4 human pirate with Death Touch. And when you have the City's Blessing, if it deals damage to a player when you have the City's Blessing, you draw a card. This card seems hella sweet. Hella sweet, yeah. I think this is another B-. Like, it blocks well, attacks well, is tough to deal with once you have the City's Blessing, which I think you can build a deck in blue-black that can want that. Dire Fleet Neckbreaker is next. 2 black-red for a 3/2 orc pirate. Attacking pirates you control get +2/+0. This is absurd. This is a house. Man, what a great payoff to be like red-black weenies. That 1-drop that... Now that black 1-drop is attacking as a 4/1 with this card in play. This is a B+ in a pirate deck. This is also worth splashing in a red-blue pirate deck or a blue-black pirate deck. I think this card's really strong. Jungle Creeper. This card confuses the crap out of me. Like, why can't they just print an Explore payoff card? There's just no, there's more Explore stuff, but no Explore payoffs. I don't get it. I think Black-Green got probably worse, because now you only get to see Walker and Chupacabra in one pack. So this is 1 black-green for a 3/3 elemental. 3 black-green, return it from your graveyard to your hand. So for the low price of 8 mana, you can return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. I think this card is super slow, and I like to dirtle a lot. I guess that's true, right? If you explore it and go to the graveyard and you can bring it back. I think this is a D+. I think this is a D+. A 3 mana 3/3 is fine, and has some late game potential, but I don't think it's that good. Alright, now we get into the Lords. These cards are great. Legion Lieutenant, white-black for a 2/2, Vampire Knight. Other vampires you control get +1/+1. This card is fantastic. The fact that these are uncommon means you can draft multiples of them, which is ridiculous. I think these are going to be very unfun to play against. And maybe even play with, like, this is going to get old, your opponent just, like, having 3 of these in their deck, which I don't think is going to be that difficult. I think the Mistbinder is going to be better once we get to it, because it looks like Merfolk is going wider than Vampires is, but Legion Lieutenant's a B+. It might even be an A-, but I'm going to go B+ on both of these. Merfolk Mistbinder. Yeah, probably. I mean, I haven't looked at the rares either, but I think you're probably taking them over rares. Raging Regisaur. 2 red-green 4/4 dino. When it attacks, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. This card is sweet. 4 mana 4/4 is a house, and the ping ability is going to wreck Ryan's decks all day. I think this is just a solid B, probably. It's probably not as good as the Lords, but it's quite good. Relentless Raptor. Oh my god, what? Red-white for a 3/3 dino with vigilance. It attacks or blocks each combat if able. What? Why do we need a 2 mana 3/3? Why do we need this? As like, that second line of text is not relevant. Yeah, this is a B+. You don't need to tell me to attack or block each combat with my 3/3 vigilance. No, this card is absurd. Resplendid Griffin is next. 1 white-blue for a 2/2 with flying. When it attacks, if you have the city's blessing, put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's great. Blue-white skies. Yeah, this card's good. This is probably just a B. These uncommons are pretty solid. Except for Jungle Creeper, I think that card is garbage. Storm Fleet Sprinter is our last card to review. 1 blue-red for a 2/2 with haste, and it can't be blocked. What? Wow, this format is aggressive. This format is really aggressive. B. Yeah. All these cards are super solid. I might, like, Jungle Creeper might be better than I think. These 2 Lords might be better than I think. Yeah. Sweet. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you all for hanging out for the set review.